Hi there. My name is Ron. Welcome to Buddha Ron Tarot. The following lesson is entitled Consumption Lesson. The term consumption in the latter part of the 19th century referred to as a wasting disease. They didn't know at the time, but the disease that was spreading from one human to another was pulmonary tuberculosis. And not having a cure, again, this disease continues to spread. I'm only using that now just as an analogy. Uh, Basically, what I'm trying to caution the viewer is your reality, even though this is an illusion, if you, let's say, love to watch certain type of films, you like certain, and you if your reality has chaos in it, you might want to look at what are you consuming. A lot of what shows up in your reality is based on the belief system that you've been taught by your parents, the social media and media that you are consuming, the news. A lot of the news is sensationalized, and most of it is not necessarily true. They've slanted it for political reasons, and a lot of people will say, oh, well, they're correct on the right or they're correct on the left. Again, this is all an illusion. A lot of that information is misinformation to serve someone's purpose. And if you listen to it, and uh, again, I'm not saying not to be aware. I don't really watch the news. I haven't for many, many years. On occasion, I may turn on for 5 or 10 minutes. I try to avoid any emotion. So a lot of times when I read the news, I prefer to read it with no emotion. That way, you're not heavily invested in whatever's being shown to you. If you, let's say, the earthquake in Venezuela is a good example, there's a lot of suffering, and you can't do anything for them, and you're just watching it and wallowing it. Well, you're co-creating with the universe, whether you realize it or not, that you want some of this suffering to show up in your existence. And maybe it won't be an earthquake, or but it may be you get a speeding ticket, you get a flat tire, you get into a car accident. A lot of this consumption of negative or bias information comes out as negative energy. Everything around us is energy. So if you're consuming positive energy, more positive things will show up. Rather, if you're consuming negative energy, then be weary of the source. Be weary of what you're believing and bringing into your body. You need to choose consciously. You need to think critically. Surround yourself wisely, because a lot of the individuals that you might consider friends, 10 years later, you'll realize they were never friends. You might have thought they were friends, but they didn't have your best interests at heart. Uh, Create the life you want. And the only way you're going to do that is by working on yourself and ensuring, if you want to see certain results, then consume that information. If you want to learn about spirituality, then look to those books. But if you're looking to, I'm not saying pornography is wrong. There's no right or wrong. But if you're all you're doing is downloading porn every day, you're basically you're minimizing, in my opinion, the potential to find someone that you're attracted to and have a meaningful relationship, because you're basing it solely on a sexual level that is more control, sort of a power domination type of energy. Again, caution. I'm not saying pornography is wrong. If if two consenting adults and that's what you want to watch, go ahead. Just if you're doing that 4 hours, 3 hours a day, I'm telling you, you're what's going to show up in your life. Maybe you'll never be in a relationship, not any significant one, and the way you think is a little. Uh, the way you think may not be what is actually presented in the real world, because you may see how a relationship on a porn video, and that's not how it really plays out in the real world, and how you act may be based on what you've seen. It gets absorbed into your energy field. So again, if you feel if I'm sorry, let me correct myself. If you want to change the environment around you, then start by cutting out the stuff that's not good for you. Just like if you were on a diet and you know that cake isn't good for you and ice cream, I'm not saying you stop it completely, but certainly in moderation. And certainly you need to choose consciously what this is. If you're watching something and you're crying because what you're seeing is affecting you, these emotions will play out in the 3D. Trust me. So again, choose consciously, think critically, and surround yourself with people that are in line with your belief and support you. If not, all this information that's coming into you will alter your course. And if you start doing this, where you start saying, maybe I'm not going to watch those type of movies, or I'm not going to uh, get read that those magazines, and I'm not going to watch that news channel anymore because they're sensationalized. Uh, Little by little, your reality on the 3D will change. If you like, please subscribe and comment and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.